I am 94 years old. I have seen many realities in my life. Realities that slowly lead a person toward early death or make them disabled. And a person unwillingly becomes forced to live depending on others. Even their children eventually get tired. And then the person is left saying, "I wish I could die." And death would just come. The real problem is not just becoming weak. The real problem is the small habits we repeat every day without even realizing it. Like walking the wrong way, moving less than we should, and avoiding small daily activities. Because the body is like a machine. If you don't use it, it slowly starts to break down. First, you feel a little tired. Then your balance starts getting weak. Then walking becomes difficult. And then one day, the same person who was once independent starts depending completely on others. And that is the turning point, where life is never the same again. And here is the most dangerous part. Most people completely ignore it. When a person's walking habits start to change, it is no longer just a physical issue. It becomes a mental one too. The person slowly starts losing confidence in themselves. They begin to think, maybe I am not the same anymore. And from that point, they start going out less, meeting people less, and isolation begins to grow. Loneliness. This is the thing that slowly eats a person from inside. Because when someone is alone, they get trapped inside their own thoughts, and those thoughts are not always positive. Then a time comes when even simple daily tasks start feeling difficult. Walking, standing, sitting, everything becomes a challenge, and the person who was once independent slowly becomes dependent on others. This is the moment when even the family starts to worry. Children start wondering what to do next, and the elderly person themselves start feeling exhausted, not just physically, but emotionally too. And inside, a feeling starts growing that maybe everything is slowly coming to an end. And this is where many people start to break down. But the most important thing to understand here is, none of this happens suddenly. It is not a one-day problem. It is a silent process that builds up over the years. And most people don't take it seriously in the beginning. A small habit slowly turns into a major weakness. And then that weakness starts changing the entire life of a person. That is why it is important for a person to take control in time, to keep the body active, to make walking a daily habit, and to avoid isolation. Because when the body becomes weak and the mind falls into loneliness, coming back is not easy anymore. And this is the reality that many people understand too late, when time has already slipped away, when the damage is already done, and only regret is left behind. And in the end, the biggest truth is this: life does not wait for anyone. Not for the weak, not for the old, not for the lonely. If a person does not take care of themselves in time, then circumstances slowly take them to a place where coming back becomes very difficult. So never ignore the small things in life. Keep your body active. Keep moving. Stay connected with people and avoid isolation. Because loneliness and physical weakness together slowly break a person from the inside. And when a person breaks from within, then even if everything looks fine from the outside, they still feel empty inside. And then one question remains: did I take care of myself in time? This is the truth that I have learned in my 94 years of life.